Emery Atkinson on the end of passes that were headed for everyone, and still the Cannons can't score with it. A little bit of looseness in the Cannons' play, and I just wonder the way they're playing, whether they might have come out a little bit soft in this one. As we mentioned at the top of the program, a little bit difficult to prepare for it. Johnson fades away, can't hit it though, and Bullock and Kruger hit the boards and hit the ball out over the end line, as a matter of fact. Phil Smythe in front of him, trying to avoid the charge. It's a big man, Greg Lazard, Patrick.
He is. He's certainly got plenty of width about him, as well as some height. He certainly posts up very strongly against Charlie Thomas.
And puts the Newcastle Falcons in front by 2 at 12 points to 10. And Smythe turning it over. Just gave that one to Grant Kruger. Kruger to take on Thomas, and in fact beats him because he's going to be sent to the free throw line on Charlie Thomas's foul. So 2 fouls, Charlie Thomas. Grant Kruger.
Top, fine execution by the Cannons.
16-14. They've taken the lead on a couple of straight baskets, unanswered baskets by the Newcastle Falcons. And a travel call against Neil Turner as he made every move possible there and just one too many, according to the referee. Now Dufelmeyer running the point. They've got Smythe in the corner. That's Kennedy on the wing as they make the cuts towards the ball. Now it's Dufelmeyer isolating on this left-hand side. Similar play as Belter that time went to make the cut back door. And lays it up off the window for an easy 2. Substitution coming from the Cannons with Phil Smythe coming back into the game.
The defence commits to the ball handler inside. Fine execution again from the Cannons, Phil.
And a dunk on the end of it from Charlie Thomas. Lazard at the other end knocks 2 back. And Lazard and Thomas had a real battle in the first time these two teams played. And Charlie Thomas's first NBL game with the Cannons. And Thomas had his back turned on that one. It was Kennedy cleaned it up at the back but stepped on the line in doing so. Referees want that ball further back to the corner to get the shot. Michael Johnson with a big speculator 3 there that doesn't go. And Charlie Thomas leads the break and throws a poor pass to Jamie Kennedy. Charlie brings the ball out of the backcourt well, but sometimes the pass on the end of it isn't so good.
Yes, it's a difficult decision again to make. Sometimes after 3 or 4 dribbles on the bust out, it may be better to give it to the guard, but he's had some success with that over the years, Phil.
Bullock again is fouled, and it mightn't have been such a good decision to still going to the hoop. The Falcons and McGeechan it is who keeps possession here and they've called it a travel. A travel against McGeechan, turns the ball over, 47-42. Bullock screaming for the ball on the right. Hill goes right out in the front to steal. Good ball movement coming from the Falcons. James Bullock can't hit the jumper, and it's John Stelzer grabbing possession for the Canberra Cannons. 1:20 to go in the half. The Cannons down by 5 at 47-42. In what is a bit of a turn-up here at the Palace. The Falcons, the team that beat the Cannons for their only win of the season. That was a bit of an iffy pass into Phil Smythe. He was able to drag it in, but not make... James Bullock over the top of Emery Atkinson, and they get the 2 on the follow-up. Falcon supporters down here must be loving it. 49 points to 42. McGeechan finds Atkinson all the way across the floor. Atkinson for 2. Suddenly the Cannons going away from their offense. Individual play that time. Off the ball. It was Steele with 51-46. 15 seconds left. Last possession for the Falcons. They hold it up. Johnson gets a block from Herb McGeechan. He'll go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Asked before the half. After this second quarter, it has belonged to the Newcastle Falcons. Doesn't go from Smythe. A tip from McGeechan does. And that ends the quarter here at the Palace. That's the kind of things that have been happening at patches for the Canberra Cannons. They look very good at times and, well, not so good at others. Inside they go. Greg Lazard surrounded. Can't make the shot, but he does get a second attempt and makes it this time. No, he doesn't. It falls out. And Emery Atkinson grabs the board. Charlie Thomas is playing out there in the third quarter. He's playing with 3 fouls. On a runner, Herb McGeechan. That's a tough shot. Jamie Kennedy's shot that doesn't go for McGeechan. So a chance here for the Newcastle Falcons to stretch their lead.
Newcastle will be trying to go to Lazard. Phil, as Charlie Thomas is on 3 fouls, and we've seen them go to him first time down the floor. Charlie's going to have to be very careful in these few minutes so he doesn't pick up his 4th foul.
Well, he's reaching in there on James Bullock, and that was a dicey one. But got the shot up there, but not in. Herb McGeechan grabs the board. Very quiet first half from Phil Smythe. Reminiscent of the way he'd been the last couple of weeks. He had a super game last week against the Brisbane Bullets. Absolutely outstanding, but back into his shell a little bit this week in the first half. He's none of 4. And Emery Atkinson makes a tougher shot than the one he missed just a couple of moments earlier.